Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Special meeting of council, Monday, December 16th, 2024. I'd like to acknowledge we are located within the territory of the Mi'kma'ki, the unceded ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Just before moving on to the approval of the agenda, it's not on the agenda, but just look for any conflict of interest from staff or council on the agenda items being discussed. Councillor Hicks.
Thank you, Mayor Black. That's not a conflict of interest, but I would like to say job well done and thank you to Sackville, Dorchester, Point Butte, Amherst Fire Departments, also RCMP and ambulance attendants on a tragic fire in British Settlement on the weekend. They've done a great job.
Thank you. Well said. Okay. So I would look for an approval of the agenda. We will have requesting an agenda amendment. We're going to add an in-camera item at the end. So after number 5, HR 2024-07. So I'd look for a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Councillor Estabrooks, go ahead. Oh, sorry, Deputy Mayor Estabrooks.
Thank you, Mayor Black. I move that council approve the agenda of the special meeting of council of December 16th, 2024 as amended.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Estabrooks, seconded by Councillor Hicks. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. So moving on to number 3, Quarry Park parking lot. Mr. Pride.
Thank you, Worship. Members of Council. As Council is aware, construction of the Quarry Park is well underway. We've already built the accessible trail, a pedestrian bridge, and the accessible viewing deck in the Quarry property, and we've done some other trail work as well. The next phase of the project is to construct the parking lot off of Charlotte Street. Our Municipal Public Works Department was slated to do that construction, but with the weather being the way it has been lately, and they've just basically run out of time and can't get it done before the end of December 2024. And part of the requirement is to be able to use our 2024 capital budget funding. Obviously, we need to do the work by the end of the year. Public Works contacted 2 local contractors, provide quotations to complete the project for us. Both of them have committed to completing the work before the end of the year, and you can see the pricing in your report. Both costs do fall within the budget of our 2024 capital. Thus far in 2024, we spent right around $42,000 of the $65,000 that was slated for capital budget for the quarry, and we've also received a $38,500 grant from the province and another $25,000 from Medivie Blue Cross. So we're in a very good position financially. And as a result, staff are recommending that council approve Bowser's Construction Limited to construct the parking lot for the quarry at a cost of $16,260 plus HST. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Pride. Any questions or comments from council? Councillor Tower.
Thank you, Mayor. Curious, the grants we got from the province and from Medivie, were they tied to this project or for a future project?
Mr. Pride.
Thank you for the question. No, they were both for this quarry project. So the provincial grant needs to be spent by the end of March. There is still some spending to do, signage, interpretive panels, that sort of thing. And then the Blue Cross grant, there wasn't any time limit put on that, so we can spend that next year. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and there is a motion for that as well, if Councillor would be willing to. Councillor Martin, go ahead.
I move that council authorize the construction of the Quarry Park parking lot on Charlotte Street, Sackville, by Bowser's Construction Limited in the amount of $16,260 plus HST.
Moved by Councillor Martin, seconded by Councillor Tower. Any final questions, comments? Call for the question. Question. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to number 4, bylaw number 244R, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 244, Town of Sackville zoning bylaw. So this is a third reading of that motion. Should be in the package if Councillor would be willing to read that. Anyone? Counselor Tower? Go ahead.
I move that council give third and final reading to bylaw number 244-R, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 244, Town of Sackville zoning bylaw.
Moved by Counselor Tower, seconded by Deputy Mayor Estabrooks. Questions, comments? Call for the question. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Number 5, bylaw number 244S, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 244, Town of Sackville zoning bylaw. And again, this is third reading, so the motion is in the package of, okay, Counselor Hicks.
Thank you, Mayor Black. I move that council give third and final reading to bylaw number 244S, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 244, Town of Sackville zoning bylaw.
Moved by Counselor Hicks, seconded by Counselor Martin. Questions or comments? Call for the question. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. So number 6 now will be the in-camera HR 2024-07, so we will, oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, and we do have a motion to move in camera. If a counselor would be willing to read that, anyone? I'll pass it down. Counselor Martin?
I move the council move into camera in accordance with section 6(8) brackets 1 brackets J of the Local Governance Act.
Moved by Counselor Martin, seconded by Counselor Tower. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. We'll just take a few minutes to clear the chamber.